What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to Scoop. Welcome to the live CFP Selection show with me and Funky. We're excited to be here. I didn't even realize that was live. I don't know everything you guys heard, whatever, but I'm a little upset right now. I can't find the show, but luckily Funky has the show. But before we get started, I need y'all's help, okay? Scoop, man, we're trying to hit 37,000 subscribers. So please double check, see if you are subscribed. If you're not, please hit that subscription thing. Kind of a big deal for us here. Hit the like button as well. As always, super chats are open. We're going to dive into this thing. Funky, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Devin. Woke up feeling like a national champion, and hopefully we can see the Buckeyes ranked number one. But it's also very interesting though, because Texas A&M plays a ranked team again this weekend. So if we're ranked number one today, and if they win this weekend, are they just going to put Texas A&M one and claim another good victory? But I guess that's just what might happen throughout this next couple of weeks, and it'll work itself out. But I'm excited to see what they do today.
Yeah. Steely said he heard me. I think I hit go live a little early there, Funky. But yeah, it is. I mean, here's the truth. Ryan Day said in his press conference today, it doesn't matter right now. What matters is where teams are ranked at the end of the regular season, right? The only reason that matters is so they can see who they play. I hear a lot of people talking about they're not going to rank the Buckeyes number one. I don't agree with that. I think they're ranking the Buckeyes number one. I think it's pretty obvious
I
that
think
they're the
so
number
today.
one
Yeah,
team. Yeah, and I think today they're ranking them number one. But we'll see. You know, the AP poll, we know what it says. Buckeyes, Indiana number two, Texas A&M number three, Alabama number four, Georgia number five, Oregon number six, Ole Miss at seven, then BYU, Texas Tech, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Virginia. So
yeah. The big
let's see.
rankings for us to look out for, Devin, is where the heck is Notre Dame ranked? Where is Miami ranked? And where's a team like Missouri ranked? Like an SEC
Yeah,
team who has like a good bit. I think they have two losses at this point, or maybe three. Oof, I don't know,
yeah,
two or three losses, but they have no good wins. Their best win is like Kansas, and like where the heck is Tennessee ranked? If ranked, like they shouldn't be ranked. They have three losses, but who knows?
yeah,
But it'll be interesting to see. I think we'll be able to tell where the top teams are ranked based off where they rank teams like that. Where the heck is Michigan ranked? Where the heck is USC ranked? Uh, it's a lot of it. Where is Washington ranked? I mean, they probably are. Is Iowa ranked? So, and these rankings do matter because these rankings are going to be like how they base the rest of the season off. You know, so
yeah.
it'll be very yeah. Where the heck is Virginia ranked? Is BYU ranked? Like, I mean, BYU's undefeated with a good win versus Utah. So, I mean, is BYU gonna be four? Like,
Yeah.
I
So,
know
Funky,
that's crazy to
can,
say, but yeah, sorry.
can you see the show? Are they. Chat, I'm very sorry. I'm literally subscribed to every single live app that you can put in this thing. I have, and I cannot find this CFP show anywhere. I'm subscribed to the ESPN app, and I see the show, and I click on it, and it says this video is no longer whatever. So I can't find it anywhere. Funky, are you able to see it?
Yeah,
What are they talking about right
I
now?
have
What are
it.
they doing?
They're just going over the how the playoffs are work. They're saying the four highest teams are going to get the four bids, and then there'll be eight teams that play first round games on December 19th and 20th. But then they haven't announced any rankings yet. I'll right when they start, they'll probably go from 25 to 20, then 20 to 15, and then the playoffs and the first teams out. So right when they start
Yeah.
naming teams, I'll just be shouting it out to you out loud.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be
I'm
delayed
going.
because it's on ESPN.
So it's on Hulu. I literally have Hulu. Somebody says it's on Hulu. So I don't know. But whatever, man. I'll have to, you know, let you yell it out, talk about
Okay,
it.
25. They put Tennessee at 25. The Tennessee is 25. That's
Did they
ridiculous.
really?
Pitt's 24, which I like. They got a new quarterback. So Tennessee, then Pitt. Wow, Tennessee at 25 is ridiculous. Oh, they're gonna rank these SEC teams really high. really, really, really high. That is ridiculous. Tennessee has 0 wins over teams with records over 500. Washington's 23, so the Buckeyes got a road win at number 23 Washington. Now we should see Michigan here in the next couple picks.
Is it on Peacock, I wonder? I got
22 is
Peacock.
Missouri. So Washington, Missouri. So 2 SEC teams already. Missouri's best win is Kansas. Tennessee's best win is Mississippi State in overtime. 21 should be Michigan. Yep, 21's Michigan. So now USC is probably going to be 20 or 19. Yeah, I agree with Michigan's ranking. That makes sense, right? Right around there.
Yeah.
Bottom pack of the 2 lost teams because they beat nobody. So now we're going into number 20, who this is when we can start seeing possibly Iowa or possibly USC. Okay, so now they're going. Oh, Iowa's 20. Okay, so Iowa's ranked number 20. So we have a ranked matchup this weekend in the Big Ten, Oregon at Iowa. That'll be interesting.
Iowa at 20. Okay.
Iowa
like
at 6-2, Iowa at 20. Yeah, no, definitely good for the Big Ten. That's the 3rd Big Ten team ranked already. So now 19. This is when you can start seeing ACC teams, I believe, or maybe Vanderbilt can come up here soon. I have no idea. Well, this is going to be interesting. Bro, but
Yeah,
Tennessee at 25 is ridiculous, Devin. Absolutely ridiculous. Iowa's been playing good, decent. They have 1 loss versus Iowa State. Like, it was a pretty good game. USC's 19. Okay, so that's the 4th Big Ten team ranked.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm currently downloading the Hulu app on my TV here. Oh, I got it on my phone, actually. I could just be watching on my phone.
Miami at 18? Holy crap, they ranked Miami below Notre Dame.
Miami's lost 3 games, right?
2 games. The same amount as Notre Dame, and they've head-to-head versus Notre Dame. So Notre Dame better be right. Bro, how is Notre Dame ranked ahead of Miami? Notre Dame doesn't have any good wins. Or they have USC played at Notre Dame. Like, that's ridiculous. A 3-hour time zone difference in the freezing cold rain. Oh, then 1 loss. Georgia Tech is 17. Oh God, this SEC bias is going to be insane, Dev.
Yeah, it sounds like it already is.
Well, it's just like Georgia Tech is 17 with 1 loss, and that they're ranked below Vanderbilt. Oh yeah, Vanderbilt 7-2. Vanderbilt's ranked ahead of 8-1 Georgia Tech. Vandy has 1 good win versus Missouri, but without Missouri's starting quarterback. So that's ridiculous. Okay, Louisville's 15. So somehow Louisville, the team that beat the team that beat Miami, who has 1 less loss than Notre Dame, is somehow ranked below Notre Dame. Make it make sense, Devin. And Virginia is at 14.
Yeah, we're gonna have all type of. Virginia's at 14.
Virginia's at 14. Louisville's at 15 because Virginia beat Louisville in overtime. But Louisville's only loss is in overtime versus Virginia, and Virginia's only loss is week 2. So how are they both ranked below Notre Dame? That doesn't make any sense to me. Louisville literally beat the team that Notre Dame lost to. Okay, Utah's number 13. So that means they probably had BYU pretty highly ranked. Because 7-2 Utah is ranked ahead of Virginia and Louisville. But none of this, that doesn't make any sense to me either. So 15 Louisville, 14 Virginia, 13 Utah. And now this is going to be like the last 2 teams out of the playoffs. Because they'll have a group of 5 team ranked in the playoffs, and they'll have a group of 5 teams. So this 12th team will be the last team out of the playoffs. Oh no, the 10 team will be 2. Unless there's an ACC team ranked higher than Virginia, which I don't believe there will be. Oklahoma's ranked 12. Oh my God, they haven't ranked Texas yet. Texas is probably 11.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. 10th, probably 10th.
Probably 11. I mean, who's going to be 11? I have no idea. Vanderbilt hasn't been. Oh no, 11's going to be Vanderbilt. Has Vanderbilt not been ranked yet? Oh, they were ranked 16. Oh my God, I was about to say. Okay, so Texas is 11. And now we're getting into the top 10, Dev.
Okay. They're not going to take a break, huh?
Oh, they might. Oh, I guess we'll see. But interesting so far. I mean, clearly there's some SEC BS going on already.
Yeah.
And clearly some Notre Dame love. How the heck is Notre Dame ranked this high? It is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They have 2 losses, and they don't have any good wins. Imagine Ohio State got awarded for losing. Number 10, Notre Dame. So somehow Notre Dame is ranked higher than Texas. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make literally any sense to me. They literally struggled with 1-7 Boston College last week. 1-7 Boston College, and that was a game, like a legit game. You could watch it for 3 quarters. But we're going on number 9. Sorry, Devin, I'm kind of just yapping.
No, please keep doing it because it's throwing me off. I can't see I can't even pull up like a list right now to see what they're doing. It's
okay. So number 10's Notre Dame. So they still have like Texas Tech, BYU, Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia. Those Indiana. Who's left? There'll be 3 Big Ten teams, probably 3 or 4 SEC teams, two Big 12 teams. So that we have top 10 matchup in the Big 12 this weekend with BYU versus Texas Tech.
Is there somewhere online where I can see these updated things? Probably not, huh?
Probably X. Probably some people are posting on X. Number 9, Oregon. Okay, so Oregon's ranked low, relatively, which makes sense. They haven't done crap. So we have number 9 Oregon at number 20 Iowa this week.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Just because, I mean, Oregon hasn't done anything. So it's like they have a loss too. So it's not like they've just taken care of business. They got kind of killed at home versus Indiana. So number 8, this is when you can start to think you're going to see Texas Tech.
Yeah, I forgot ESPN isn't on YouTube TV anymore, huh? Pinky, I'm on Hulu, and it's not on my Hulu Live TV.
Are you checking college football, or are you checking sports in general? Because sometimes it's under like a generic sports tab.
I'm on Hulu Live TV going through, and ESPN isn't even showing up. I have the ESPN.
Texas Tech is number 8.
Oh, okay.
So number 7, this is when it gets interesting. Because at 7, who do you see? I mean, BYU at 7. Interesting. So undefeated BYU is ranked below Georgia, Alabama, and Ole Miss. So number 6 has to be Ole Miss. Number 5 is going to be Georgia. Number 4 is going to be Alabama. And then where the hell do they put Texas A&M? If Texas A&M is 1, 6 is Ole Miss, exactly. Okay, now 5 is going to be Georgia. 4 will be Alabama. Wow. I don't even hate the rankings though. In the top 9 makes sense to me, but the fact that they already have Notre Dame in the playoffs is ridiculous. Is absolutely effing ridiculous. Like, how do you put Notre Dame above those 1-loss ACC teams? Those ACC teams have just as hard a schedule as Notre Dame does, and Notre Dame, like, just is not very good. Just not very good. And I mean, I think they could lose at Pitt. Oh, you got it up, Dev?
I do, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, 5 Georgia.
Well, yeah. Shout out who just
4
told me
Alabama.
That in the chat. Craig, thanks, bud.
So now who's going to be 3?
Yep.
This is a big ranking. I mean,
here we go.
Texas A&M's 3.
So Texas A&M. Then it's going to be Indiana. Then Ohio State, man.
If they put Indiana at 1.
They're not going to do that. I'm telling you. There's no way.
Oh, I don't know, Dev. I don't know.
Buckeyes got 2 players at the Heisman race. It makes sense for them.
We have the 4 best players in college football. The 2 best defensive players and the 2 best offensive players.
Probably 5, bro, if you think about it. We
Colonel
got
Tate's definitely in the top 10.
Yeah. I mean.
Indiana 2 and the Buckeyes
are
number 1, baby.
There it is. Knew it.
There it is, baby.
There it is, man. Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens though if Texas A&M beats literally. But it's going to be so annoying. Like, how much credit is Texas A&M going to get for beating a Missouri team without their starting quarterback, who's going to get their third or fourth loss of the year? I think third loss of the year, and their best win's going to be Kansas, and their starting quarterback is out for the year. He like snapped his leg. So are they going to get a lot of credit for that, or are they going to get no credit for that as they should, because that's trash?
Yeah, Texas A&M at number 3, beat Arkansas by 3 points. Have looked pretty good. Obviously beat Notre Dame by a point, beat Auburn by 6 points. That Auburn game was also an interesting one as well. I don't know.
Notre Dame's in the playoffs, Devin. Notre Dame right now is literally in the playoffs. So if they win out, they're not going to miss it because they already have. I mean, they're well in the playoffs too because the ACC and the Group of Five are got spots as well. So, and number 11 and 12 are Texas and Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's going to lose again.
Yeah. Where's Miami ranked again?
18. Well out of the playoffs. They have no chance at the playoffs. They have no chance at the playoffs. They'd have to win out and a lot of stuff to happen.
And they got Notre Dame
at 10. Number 10. And they both have 2 losses, and Miami has the head-to-head.
What about Texas again?
Texas is 11. So Texas pretty much, but if Texas beats Georgia, then they'll shoot up all the way to the top 7, because then they'll have multiple good wins versus Oklahoma, versus Vanderbilt, and versus Georgia. But they're probably going to lose to Georgia, and they'll fall out to 18, 19. Yeah, how is Notre Dame 10? 12 and 13 were 12 was Oklahoma. 13 was, I'm not sure who 13 was.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it pulled up. You think they would put it up somewhere? They still don't have it put up anywhere.
Yeah, Notre Dame's best win they can have the rest of the year is at Pitt. So Notre Dame, and USC is probably going to lose the Oregon and become unranked. So USC's their best wins are going to be versus 3-loss USC and 3-loss Pitt if they beat Pitt. So yeah, I mean, 2 teams that probably won't be ranked.
So number 11 Texas would be the first team out of the playoffs right now.
Correct. Yes. But that doesn't really matter because if the Texas playoffs are going to come down to Texas A&M, they got to beat. They have to win out. Really, they might not have to win out, but they definitely have to win one game and lose close.
Yeah. So as of right now, we got the first round: Memphis versus Georgia, Virginia versus Ole Miss, Notre Dame versus BYU, and Oregon versus Texas Tech.
Yeah. So we play Oregon. We play Oregon in the first round. See, that's the funny thing. It's who really gives a crap who's 1 through 4? For all we know, Dev, the 2nd seed or the 3rd seed or the 4th seed might get a better draw than the 1st seed. We don't know.
Yeah. You literally have no idea. I agree.
You have no idea, really. So it's you just want to get a top 4 seed, and then you want to get on the lucky side of the bracket. You want to get the bracket that plays the ACC champ versus the Big 12 champ, and then you'll take your chances versus the ACC or the Big 12. You don't want the side of the bracket that you have to play. I don't know. If Texas gets really hot, I don't think I'd want to play Texas for the 3rd time in a year. You know, Dev? That's just my thinking.
No.
I wouldn't want to play, maybe if Georgia loses again, I wouldn't want to play Georgia in the first round of the playoffs or Bama in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, I think we can beat all of them, but it's just, the path of least resistance is the path I'm going to be cheering for. But good to see the Buckeyes at 1 because it shows that we're getting respected.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk out there. It just, man, it was too to me. It's man, what the Buckeyes are doing on the field right now with the talent that they have, I just don't know how you don't put them there, even though, like we've said 100 times, not really relevant. It's not showing me who's 25 through 24.
25 is Tennessee, 24 is Pitt, 23. This is off my dome. 23 is Washington. 22 is a team that I forget.
Is
21
it? Is
is
it
21's Michigan.
okay?
20
20's
is
Iowa.
20's Iowa. 19's USC.
Then Miami, Georgia Tech, Vandy. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Louisville, Virginia, Utah,
I
Oklahoma,
forget.
Texas, Notre Dame, or yeah,
Is it not on Twitter somewhere?
Buckeyes, bro. I give up with this. This was absolute. Just I'm absolutely furious. I was unable to watch this show with the amount of money that I've spent on all these streaming services. I have that box too, right? I just don't have it hooked up yet. I should have got it hooked up. But anyway, yeah. Buckeyes coming out number one. Going to end up being Buckeyes going to see Indiana and Indianapolis. Funky, you going to go to that game, dude?
Probably not. I
Yeah.
could. I'll
Yeah, yeah,
be
yeah.
I'll be in the Midwest. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. I don't really give it. I'm not gonna talk about that game. I have one game on my mind for that weekend. So we gotta win that
Mm.
game, Dev, and then we're gonna win that game, and then we're gonna get our tickets punched to the Rose Bowl, and that's where I'll be. I'll be at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna be at the Rose Bowl. We're gonna
Funky.
play. Yeah. Keep going, Dev.
No, no, you go ahead. I interrupted you.
Oh, we're gonna play some Big 12 team in the Rose Bowl. Buck's gonna win by 100. Then we're gonna go right to the semifinal. I won't be at the semifinal. Then we're gonna win that, and I'll be at the Natty in Miami. You catch me at Star Island, Miami, with next to P
Hey,
Diddy's house. Yeah.
yeah, there you go, dude. I shall be there as well. I have no doubt about it, dude. But Buckeyes cruising right along, man. Saw all the Ryan Day got interviewed today. He had a lot of things to say. Tegra Shabola, Luke, and Josh Padilla all went out early during the game. Sounds like all those guys are going to be good to go again. Funky, I wanted to see, man, if you want do you want to do a quick touch up on maybe some of the recruiting things while you're on here? Do you want to
Might as
talk a little
well.
Buckeyes? Do you want to shut this? Yeah, that's what I open this up with. Let's start with Ryan Day in the press conference today, talking about those guys. Not being injured. That's a big deal. I also want to mention something to you, Funky, and I want to get your thoughts on this. That last Penn State game, man, I was really happy with Tegra's performance compared to his past performances. We see last year, right, in the playoffs, I feel like Tegra stepped his game up a little bit, seems to be stepping his game up a little bit now. What were your overall thoughts about the offensive line in that Penn State game?
I thought the offensive line played a real good game. You saw the running holes open up late in that game. And even when we're doing a little different concepts on the run game, it seemed like we had some success. And it's just hard for the O line when the running backs are subpar, to say the least. They're not the best running backs Ohio State's ever had. So I think they played a good game. They're going to keep Julian clean again. Did we let up a sack? I don't believe so.
No,
So
no, we did not. We
they
got a rough good passer.
yeah, and Penn State is pretty dang good at. I mean, they have talent and they have some guys on the D line, and their defense is definitely good and definitely was fired up to play Ohio State, and we killed them. I mean, Julian Sain's the Heisman. JJ Smith's going to be in New York as well. Carnell Tate's going to be the first wide receiver taken in the draft, and then, I mean, yeah, offensively that's just disgusting, and I have nothing bad to say about the offense. Or actually, I do. CJ Donaldson can't see the field anymore. He just can't. You can't fumble. You can't be a non-player and then fumble the ball. Can't happen. He shouldn't see the field the rest of the year, and I'm sticking to that. And that's, I mean, harsh, but it's the truth. We have other guys who are just as talented, just as good, who won't fumble the ball. So James Peoples hasn't fumbled the ball since I think I think he maybe fumbled it last year, but this year he's been pretty good at keeping the ball into his hands. I know Bo Jackson's lost it once, but it didn't. I don't think it became a fumble. But I think he lost the ball hit the ground
No,
once.
yeah.
And Isaiah West has yet to let the ball hit the ground. So just can't play CJ anymore. I mean, seriously, like you can't make that dumb mistake with 2 minutes left that kept Penn State in the game, and that was that pretty much gifted Penn State touchdown right there. And then defensively, just studs, absolute studs. Nothing, can't really say anything bad. They let up one offensive drive that came up with points. The other 7 points, kind of hard to stop when they get the ball on the 15-yard line. due to a fumble on a halfback draw with 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it is a little
I,
bit harsh, but guess what? That's the reality of the running back room. It just is.
yeah, bro.
You can't be
Man.
not good and fumble.
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
I got to tell you, what I will say to that, Funky, is that at this point in time in the year, I will say that there are clearly, right, there's a top 3 running backs on this team, clearly, in my mind. Bo Jackson, Isaiah West, and even James Peoples. I'll throw him in there as well, even though, right, it's what he did last game and the game before that. He seems to be picking up steam a little bit. CJ's got the most experience. He's been there a lot. That's what he is. We're not going to see a lot of, right? He's pretty developed coming in. He is who he is. He does what he does. I've watched the film. I've watched the all 22 on every single game. CJ is who he is, man. He's not going to be bouncing things outside. He's going to be missing some holes. He will run right smack back, dab into the back of some offensive linemen. I'm not even a fan of using him down on the goal line just because he's a bigger back. I'm not fond of that. Bo Jackson is 6 foot, 200 and what, 210 pounds. Have you seen Isaiah West's quads? Did you watch him when people try to tackle him? He is hard to bring down. So, hard to argue what you're saying there, Funky. It's harsh, but it's just the truth, man. But, you know, I saw today with this passing attack, I'm just way more relaxed about the running game because if the Buckeyes keep doing this, we saw them do their tight end flops throughout the entire game, giving the defense something to think about. And this passing attack, that's the identity of this team. That is who we are, right? And
That's how you win in the
nobody can
playoffs,
stop it.
David.
Yeah. Nobody can stop it. And eventually these teams are going to have to do 2 deep safeties, and then those running holes are going to open up. Hence, Bo Jackson's 57-yard run. Why do you think that happened? Go watch the film. Because they were backed up, scared to death. The safety was frozen because he did not want to get beat over the top again. Go watch. The safety freezes for a split second, and that's all we need. That happened because Julian Sand had 3 throws for over 50 yards in that game. So that's the identity of this team. That's what we need to keep. I love seeing Brian Hartline and Ryan Day do that. They're going to continue to do that, hopefully. And at this point in time, the only thing I care about is that they continue to do that in the scum game. Bad weather or not, still utilize the passing game during that time because I believe it can be done.
Yeah, literally. I mean, the one time you want to see that get the run game going, though, is if there's bad weather in Ann Arbor and it's like some gusty winds or some cold rain. And good thing Julian throws a really tight spiral because that helps in all weathers. But I don't. But to be honest with you, Dev, like, I mean, I'm going to keep this opinion, and it's kind of an unpopular opinion, and I know it, but I don't really care. Like, that scum game is meaningful, but not really. It's like if we're going in that game 11-0, and what the heck? Like, well, genuinely, what the heck? We lose it, and we get an extra week of rest, and I mean, what we fall to the 5 seed and go and have to play freaking Memphis. Like, give me a break. I like whatever. Don't care.
Yeah,
genuinely don't care. It's like seriously, and I know people hate that, but it's just like I'm more focused on making a team that's ready to run the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs, win the national championship in the playoffs. So do I think we'll kick the crap out of scum anyways? Yes. Am I really worried about getting the run game going and having to prove that we're so tough just in case there's really bad weather and we can't throw the ball because it's super gusty and we have to win that game 17-10? It's like, does that really define how this team is? Is that really going to be what it's like in the playoffs? No.
Yeah.
So when games like that happens, it's like that bullet point for me is just so low on the pedestal. But that's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, one of the reasons it's still up there very high for me, because they lost my respect for the whole rivalry thing. So again, I know that's not going to be an opinion shared by a lot of people, but this whole Ohio State scum rivalry thing, they lost a lot of respect for me there. So that's not so much why I want to win. I want to win because we're the better team, and I want to absolutely shut them up because they need to be shut up, right? They need to be put in their place. They have been skimming and cheating by this entire time. They are making a mockery of college football. and they don't deserve to be on the field with the Buckeyes. They don't deserve to be seen on TV being streamed live. They just don't deserve it, man. They made a mockery of the sport, and they got me very upset. That's why I want to beat them very, very badly.
Yeah,
But I
fair
don't
enough.
just want to beat them. A 7-point win isn't going to do it. They're still, actually, nothing's going to do it, Funky. They're still going to run their mouth. No, dude, it needs to be a 50-point beat down. I don't want them scoring because it's, because it's not like we can't kick them out of college football. The only thing we can do is give them the consequences that they deserve, and that is an absolute ass whooping on the football field. Like, that's where I'm at, Funky. It has nothing to do with at this point, the rivalry or playoff thing. You're right. Doesn't affect us. We're in the playoffs. Nobody's stopping that. But man, do I want them to get what they got coming to them, bro.
No,
Man, do I want it.
you're totally right. It's just also I kind of refuse to let them sit in my mind like that because
Yeah.
the only reason why Michigan's even a relevant football program in my entire lifetime is because they're associated with being Ohio State's rivals. That is literally the only thing. No, I'm serious. In my
Yeah.
lifetime, in my 20 years of life, and even before that, you just Michigan's only relevance on the college football scene is being Ohio State's rival. That is literally what's driving their existence of a football program. It's why people even consider them, an upper tier college football program because they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. But
That's
the
what
only
I
reason why
mean. And they don't
they don't
deserve
realize
that.
it. And they don't even
deserve it
realize
either.
it. Yeah, they don't deserve it because they're just not an overall great football program.
Yeah.
They haven't been since helmets were worn. They haven't been in anyone's lifetime really. I mean, you have to be really damn old. You have to be old enough to witness
Yeah.
World War II firsthand for them to
Yeah.
be considered a relevant football program in your lifetime.
Yeah.
So I hate giving them that oxygen, even just like that's where the rivalries got it. Like, I mean, it's just hard because just like when at the end of the day, we're better than Bama has been, and that's a fact. We've been a better, more consistent team than Bama, and they've been at least a less consistent, worse team than Auburn. So it's
Yeah.
just Auburn. It just if it's Bama Auburn, but worse somehow. It's somehow a bigger
Yeah.
gap, and Auburn only has relevancy because of Alabama, and the same with Michigan. Michigan's only got relevancy because of Ohio State, but it's even worse than that. So,
Yeah.
and you're totally right. The
Well,
cheating and that stuff doesn't help.
yeah. Well, Buckeyes, number one, man, on the field, absolutely dominating. And the program is shifting a little bit. We've always been the most, successful, consistent program in college football, but things are a little bit different now. Even on the field, you're seeing the level of play. I mean, we won the national title this last year, and people are calling this team better. Man, when this stuff happens, it affects every aspect of this program. And one aspect that I promise you it's affecting right now is recruiting, Funky. There's some big time things, some exciting, very exciting things happening in recruiting right now. The Buckeyes are going hot and heavy after a lot of these recruits, and they are holding no prisoners, no mercy, right? As a Buckeye fan, you've always wondered that why we're always losing these recruits on signing day, because the Buckeyes have always set back a little bit, and you would think that they haven't always been super aggressive on the recruiting trail. Well, I'm here to tell you that has changed. They are no longer that team. When Ryan Day chose to bring in Julian Sam over Aaron Nolan, when we told Aaron Nolan he was the only going to be the quarterback of this class, I believe it changed Ryan Day's mindset and say, hey, we got to do what we got to do to win this game, to win these games, to keep this program at top notch. And that's what we're doing, man. Emmanuel Ruffin, a 6'4", 300-pound, 290-pound defensive tackle out of Alabama. The Buckeyes were in on him back in the day. They chose Cam Brickle over him. Emmanuel Ruffin wanted to be a Buckeye. I'm telling you right now, he wanted to be a Buckeye. The Buckeyes held him off just a little bit. Larry Johnson right now pushing very hard. He committed to Colorado, just decommitted. And Larry Johnson, if you ask me, Emmanuel Ruffin is Larry Johnson's number one want at the defensive tackle position right now. And he's going after him very, very hard. And I believe he plans on making an official visit or a visit to the UCLA game.
Correct.
He was supposed to visit the past weekend, didn't make it. But Larry Johnson is not slowing down on him. This is just one name, Funky. So if you got something to add to him, add it, and we'll keep on cruising.
Yeah, I mean, just Ohio State thought they were in a good position for him in July because his final three was Alabama, LSU, and Ohio State. And LSU and Alabama kind of told him, no. And then Ohio State had a Cam Brinkle in the boat, and oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. The New Jersey kid, Simeon,
Damari
or
Simeon.
Damari Simeon. And then I think we were also in the mix at that point for Luke Waffles still, or really, I mean, the driver's seat we thought for Luke Waffles. So we kind of told him, let's wait until your senior year, pass him off a little bit. So he delayed his commitment, then later on committed to Colorado. And his senior year film got A+ looks from Ohio State, and he's back on the board of being a top contender for Ohio State. That one will come between Missouri and Ohio State, but I think I like the Buckeyes' chances. But Missouri is definitely not a team to look down upon.
Yeah. I'm going to let you take the lead on the next one because I know you got the intel there. Legend Bay, 5'9", 170-pound, just football player, wide receiver, running back, quarterback, the whole 9 yards, committed to Tennessee right now. The Buckeyes, after him hot and heavy. Funky, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny enough. I'm actually pulling up the text right now. I got a text from my guy who doesn't usually give me a lot of recruiting inside information. He gives me more like team side information, and he just sent me a text and saying Ohio State's going all in on Legend Bay, and I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, all in on Legend Bay, and they want him at quarterback. And I said, wow. Yeah, he got on Tuesday, October 28th, got a text from my guy, and he said, yeah, Ohio State's going all in, and they want him at quarterback. So they really think he could be a quarterback at the next level, Devin. And I mean, he's a current commit to Tennessee. We got him, and then I think a few days later, it got announced that he was taking a visit to Ohio State, and things picked up fast because he wants to play quarterback. He thinks he can play quarterback at the next level, and Ohio State doesn't disagree. Ohio State is offering him an opportunity to compete for the starting job at quarterback, when he's ready, when he's a junior, senior, sophomore, later on his career. And until then, Ohio State is going to have packages for him at wide receiver, at running back, at punt returner, at kick returner, because he's genuinely looked at as a top athlete in the country. So Ohio State's going to offer him the opportunity to be quarterback at Ohio State because he believes that he could be athletic enough and play quarterback, or at least, and then we only have Luke Fahey in the class, who is a good little quarterback, but no one that Legend Bay doesn't think he can beat. So that's the thing. If there's no 5-star, there's no Tavian St. Clair, there's no, you know what I'm talking about. There's no, he wants Fajon, or what's the guy to commit the Tennessee, like Fajon Braydon or whatever. Good 5-star quarterback.
He'll be
or something. Something like that. Some high 5-star. So Legend Bay kind of wants to get out of there and compete for a real chance to become starting quarterback at Ohio State. So, and that's what Ohio State's pitching him. So you guys can say what you want, be like, he can't play quarterback, but Ohio State believes he can play quarterback, and that's what I care about.
Yeah. I know people are going to hear that, right? And they're going to – the only little kickback, Funky, and I know that it's words, and I know you're trying to say a point here. I know you know who Luke Fahey is as a quarterback and the numbers he is putting up this year. Obviously, he has the potential to be a big-time quarterback, but Legend Bay is just an all-around, right, top-notch athlete in every way, and that's what the Buckeyes want to do. They want to get these guys on campus, okay? And they will give them the opportunity to do things, but all in all, the Buckeyes are going to guide these players where they fit most. Players are more concerned with getting on the field as soon as they can. So, right, the Buckeyes are going to give them that opportunity, see where it goes, but that's what it is. And you heard that first on Scoop here. I'll tell you right now, nobody else in the nation knows that. Everybody's reporting him as being recruited as a running back, a wide receiver, all those things. The Buckeyes are telling him he has a chance to come in here, give it a shot at quarterback. The next one, you heard B. Moses, golly, dude, Nevada talk about it on their show. Jay Timmons, man, number 2 cornerback in the class, current FSU commit, number 29 player nationally. Um, he was here on not just for the game, stayed afterwards. The Buckeyes made a big time move there, and got the boom in. Funky, give us what you're hearing on Jay Timmons, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think we went out with Jay Timmons. He's, I mean, NFL legacy kid, and usually those kids, nil isn't everything, or really doesn't even mean much, because their goal is to make it to the next level. Money is really not an issue for those guys. I mean, his dad probably made a few million in the NFL, so they're doing fine for themselves. And Ohio State ain't let him play for free. Uh,
Yeah,
he's a I mean, yeah. Oh, whoa. Sorry, I literally lost track of my words right there. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna pay. We have a good nil contract that's very respectable across the country, and he wants to play for the best team in America, and he wants to be developed by the best defensive back coach in America, and he wants to be a priority, and that's what he is. He's a
yeah,
priority recruit at Ohio State. He would be the best cornerback commit we have. Jordan Thomas is a great cornerback too. So that'd be, I mean, 2 of the best cornerbacks in the nation in the same class. But again, that's not a loaded room. He's going to be able to walk in there as a sophomore, and the room is going to be kind of wide open for him to start. If you really look at it, you look who's graduating, look who's going to be in the NFL. That, I mean, it's good. There's going to be some holes to fill because the class last year wasn't super strong. You have Devin, then that's about it. You have Devin, you have Fahim Deline. That are probably going to be 2 longtime starters. But I really think, that Jay Timmons sees that opportunity to play, and he's going to take it. So I think the Buckeyes win that recruitment. Florida State's a mess, and I think that's what's going to get him out of there. But we'll see. It's modern day recruiting. Weird stuff can happen, but I know Ohio State feels really, really good about him, because if they didn't, they'd be moving on to someone else, because they need to get a cornerback or 2 in this class. So they're not going to be
yeah.
messing around with kids that are going to be giving them half-ass answers. Whoa,
Yeah,
swearing. My bad.
that's all right. Man, this next recruit, he's the one I am personally stoked about. I've talked to multiple people about this guy. Told you guys a couple shows ago, put in my Buckeye boom for him to be a Buckeye. It's between West Virginia. His dad played at West Virginia, currently committed to Penn State. Just on a visit to Ohio State, plans on coming back for an official visit to Ohio State. Kevin Brown, the number 3 interior offensive lineman. Buckeyes looking at him as tackle as well. Dude, super athletic. Think he's going to end up being a Buckeye. I have a lot of confidence there based off the conversations I've had with people, and what Kevin himself said about the Buckeyes. Jay Timmons, by the way, said that this is the Buckeye era. Okay, so we're predicting him to be a Buckeye, and he is also saying out of his mouth that college football, it's the Buckeyes era right now. So you got a recruit saying that. Kevin Brown has the similar thoughts, right, to him, saying you can't really compare any other place to Ohio State, and they are pushing hard after Kevin Brown. You see, we just lost somebody in the offensive line room. Opened up a spot there. Kevin Brown is right there. I think he's going to be a Buckeye. Funky, anything to add there? And then I'll zoom through these other names, and we'll hit where we want to on them.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Brown is the second offensive tackle that Ohio State's recruiting in this class. They see Sam Greer at offensive tackle, and they see Kevin Brown at offensive tackle. And Kevin Brown wants to go to Penn State. If all things were even, he would go to Penn State. But Penn State's program is just in such distress right now that he doesn't even know who's going to be his coach on the offensive line, offensive coordinator, head coach. He has no idea. And he's a smart kid with a good head on his shoulders, and has decided to reopen his recruitment. So I really think, reopen his recruitment, not decommit yet, even though I would bet a lot of money he'll end up at West Virginia or Ohio State. And I think he would want to go to West Virginia if they had a comparable program, but they don't. I think he's wanting a little smaller of a town. He's a real smart kid. So this is why he's really heavily considering Ohio State, but he's a homebody. He wants to stay to familiar stuff. He probably wants to stay in a familiar town, and not the 12th largest city in the United States, in Columbus, Ohio. I mean, it's a big city, and it's going to be a big adjustment for the kid. And I think Ohio State's going to end up winning out this recruitment, but they're going to have to win him over by making him feel comfortable in this big time city. It's like the Carson Hinsman recruiting. Carson Hinsman had a real rough time leaving Wisconsin, a small town, hometown kid in Wisconsin to go to the, one of the biggest cities in America. Tough adjustment for a kid. But I think at the end of the day, he's again a really smart kid, and he's gonna realize, where can I compete for a national championship and get drafted in the NFL? And Ohio State's the answer, well over West Virginia, and at this point, well over Penn State. So I think
Yeah.
Ohio State wins out because the kid is genuinely a smart kid.
Yep. I love it. Hey, have a good one, Sue. Appreciate you joining the show. Some other names to keep an eye on: Dre Quinn, former Clemson commit, coming for the UCLA game for official visit. Buckeyes pushing very, very hard there. CJ Brano, I don't know if he decommitted from Florida yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, he is committed to Florida right now. He's going to be at the UCLA game as well. Amari Latimer, the running back, Wisconsin commit. Keep an eye there. Jaden Williams, the Indiana commit at linebacker with Braxton Rembrandt, the Wake Forest commit. And there's another just offered recently, Funky. I don't know if you remember who it is, but the Alabama defensive line committed to Alabama right now. The Buckeyes just offered him today. And there's another
Finch.
one. Is it Finch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Finch. What's his
So
name?
made an
JJ
offer that,
Finch. Yeah.
bro, they are, dude, they have 3 defensive tackles committed, 1 defensive end, and the Buckeyes right now that I know of are after 4 more defensive linemen: Emmanuel Ruffin, Jimmy, who I'm talking about in a minute, the Jay guy, the Finch guy you just said. There's another one I'm forgetting, but Jay Finch, the recently offered one, and another one we need to keep an eye on: Jimmy Frisco, related to Epi, out of Texas, 6'3", 265, committed to North Carolina right now, was supposed to visit the Buckeyes, was unable to make it, but it had nothing to do with him not wanting to be here. Really wants to get here. They're really trying to get back down here for that visit. So LJ is, I mean, dude, how big of a defensive line class do you think the Buckeyes are looking for right now?
I think we're looking for 1 or 2 more. I think the Buckeyes
Yeah.
hope they can get Ruffin or Dre Quinn, or maybe 2 more if they can get JJ Finch. I don't think we're looking for 3, but I don't think they would complain if it's the right 3. I mean, you got to remember, we're still going to push for Waffles until he signs his contract at USC, or his national letter of intent. But I think I can see the Buckeyes ending with 2 more for sure, and I know Dre Quinn is probably the number 1 priority there. So it'll be interesting to see how his visit for Ohio State goes next Saturday, for the UCLA game goes, and see how many guys Ohio State can get on campus for that, since it's a 3rd night game for the year for Ohio State, which is just unheard of in this modern day of Ohio State stuff. So I mean, it'll be interesting. And what does the schedule look like for us? We have 4 games left. I know we have at Purdue, then at home versus UCLA, then we have a 3rd home game versus Rutgers, and then the game. So we'll have 1 more home game after this, which I assume would be a noon game if it's Rutgers.
Yeah, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, and then
at
Scum. Yeah, so
UCLA
is a home game. Rutgers is a home game as well?
Yeah, Rutgers is a home game, yeah. Has to be. Senior night.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
They don't usually give us back-to-back away games before the Michigan game, too. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. And I'll also tell you guys this, Funky will agree with this. I know he will. With the amount of coaching changes going on, with the Buckeyes momentum right now, I know this for a fact: there will be more defensive linemen's name popping up in the 2026 class that have not been mentioned yet. I know that. Because I know that, I feel like there could possibly be some more names popping up here that they're just not on the public radar yet, but behind the scenes, the Buckeyes, man, dude, they are pushing, holding no prisoners, and I love this. They're coming in hot. They're giving, these players something to think about, and it's smart with what these Buckeyes are doing on the field. You get some of these recruits to this game, like getting Jay Timmons there, which, by the way, reminder, Jay Timmons is going to be on the show, working on that scheduling. Still got a chance to get him on this week. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to have Eric McFarland, number 1 receiver in the 2028 class, joining the show. So tune in tomorrow around 8-10 p.m., something like that, to hear from Eric. But keep an eye out on this Buckeyes recruiting. I think there's going to be some more names popping up. Jay Timmons, think he's going to be a Buckeye. Kevin Brown, I think he's going to be a Buckeye. Funky, Are you prepared to throw any other names out there right now that you think could possibly Buckeyes? Legend, Amari, Dre Quinn, any other ones that you think the Buckeyes are at a good place for right now to possibly flip?
I think the Buckeyes win. Latmire from Wisconsin. I think we win that one.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Brown commits to Ohio State. I think Jay Timmons commits to Ohio State. I'll have to see how Dre Quinn's visit go, but that one's definitely leaning in our favor. Same with Emmanuel Ruffin. That one's definitely leaning in our favor. And then Legend Bay is going to be a very interesting one. And I think his interest is more than I even thought. So I think those five are the five main ones to look for, with the main ones being Jay Timmons, uh, Brown, and Legend Bay. I feel like those three main ones for Buckeyes fans to look out for. But then after the UCLA game, should be. I mean, these could pop quick because Bay's looking to making a decision quickly. Same with Brown, and then Timmons seems like he's already jumped off the ledge. So it's hard to make those comments to the public about how Ohio State's the best, and then stick with your commitment to Florida State. A little hard to do that. So
Yeah.
it seems like he's already in. It feels like he's already in Ohio State's class. I know it's hard to celebrate anything in recruiting before they sign their letter of intent.
Yeah.
But it does seem like Timmons has already given Ohio State the green light. I'll say that.
Yeah, yeah. I love that, man. It makes you think at the defensive end position what the Buckeyes got up their sleeves, because you look at they're recruiting some tweeners. You know, J.J. Finch, 265, Jimmy, 265, but no real true defensive end in this class. Kari Wilder is an absolute monster. Is going to be playing as a freshman. But the defensive end position is one to keep an eye on, see what happens with Dre Quinn. What happened, Brady Edmonds being on the show. Brady's coming on too. Brady's a real good friend of the Buckeye Boys show here. I talk to him essentially every week. But obviously his schedule changes from time to time. He was scheduled for last Thursday, ended up couldn't make it. But I talk to him all the time. He'll be on the show. Got a packed schedule here to get recruits on here. Recruiting's picking back up. Going to get him back on here. You guys heard from Khalil Johnson last night, #1 offensive tackle in the state of Ohio. You heard, I point this out to you guys. You heard him say yourself that he really wanted to commit to a certain team a couple weeks ago. I wonder who that was. But anyway, Funky, any final thoughts for Buckeye Nation here? Good show tonight. Buckeyes #1, Indiana #2, Texas A&M #3 right now. We'll see where the rankings end up. Shows for some interesting games this upcoming weekend, Oregon and Iowa. I'm going to pay attention there. Funky, any final thoughts?
And Ohio State will end up with a top 6 class in the class of 2026. And what they say is the recruiting bump doesn't come this year. It doesn't come on the class right after winning the national championship. It comes with the class after that. So expect an even better class in 2027, but obviously a really solid class in 2026 with, superstars all over the place. All that are playing not for free, but for good deals, and Ohio State does the best at retaining their talent. So the 6th best recruiting class with the best retention is going to win you a lot of games in this modern era of college football. Because the teams that lose games are going to be the teams that are recruiting at a top 10 level, but they lose so much talent after 1 or 2 years that they aren't competing at a national championship level like the Buckeyes are looking forward to doing. Because think about Caden Curry. Caden Curry would have transferred out at every other program, but instead he stays at Ohio State, and now he's a finalist for the best defensive lineman award of the year award, and people didn't even look at him before the season. So good day to be a Buckeye, and very excited. And yeah, it's a little too dark right now for 5:55 p.m. my time. It feels like it's bedtime, but it's not.
Yeah. It's 8:55 here. It is my bedtime. But listen, guys, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. Remember, if you're watching, you're not subscribed to the Scoop channel, subscribe. We've got to hit that 37K mark. That'd be big time, man. Do something special on the show. Might get Funky to show his face on here if you guys get to 37K. Now, his head will pop up. Nevada showed his face one time. I think he had like a horse costume on, so Funky might do something similar to that. We'll see. I don't know. I didn't even talk to him about that. He's probably upset I put him on a spot like that. But 37K, man. Let's get there. Appreciate the support, you guys.
It might happen.
Keep doing what you do. Hey, you heard him. You heard him. It might happen, man. Hey, guys. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.
Might. Yeah.
You got to say IO, Funky. You got to say IO.
IO.